right now, Swindlemelon's banned Scout, and that the same heroes are banned, but not by the same sides this time. So and
Yeah,
then the keeper first pick is pretty crazy.
that's interesting. Yeah. Has Keeper been? No, Keeper's 1-1 this series, so I don't
Hmm.
think that's necessarily a Keeper's on fire this series. Let's first pick him, but yeah, Keeper first pick by Team USA. Tempest, the quick response from Stay Green again. Swinamounts especially just always stresses that if one team picks a Keeper, you usually like to go with the response with Tempest or vice versa. Um, Bubbles is the response from Team USA. Once again, picking up second here. They like their bubbles in this game. So so Warbeast was not banned.
Nor
So
picked, yeah,
nor
which is
picked
pretty
yet.
crazy, I
Yeah,
think.
they have a chance to get Warbeast on Stay Green side now with that Tempest, and that could definitely be a powerful combination.
Master of Arms.
They go with Master first. They value the Master here.
I think both teams are just picking safely. They don't want to get run over. And you saw both games. The team that defended didn't get run over by the push. The team that won. And it has nothing to do with that lineup just being better. It's just the push lineup isn't its prime when the other team is not prepared for the push.
Yeah, yeah. So here we are in Game 3. Both teams are definitely prepared now for a push strategy. Both teams have ran it themselves and have gone up against it now. So here in Game 3, maybe going to be a little bit different again. We're talking about kind of joking almost, but hard carry versus hard carry perhaps. But
I think this will be a keeper versus
Parasite.
Tempest. Oh, maybe not.
well,
Parasite.
there's a
I
Parasite,
mean,
yeah.
there's still gonna be the keeper versus Tempest factor, but not like the both guys have a refresher. Who's gonna blink in first? And who's gonna
Yeah,
mess up?
yeah. Not who's going to pull a Riser.
Exactly.
Oh, shout out to Riser. He's a good player. Love you, Riser. All right, final
Same.
pick for Stay Green. Parasite, as you mentioned, for Team USA right there. Obviously, Suicide Keeper, most likely. Again, they can still go that Warbeast option themselves, but
Oh,
going to pass it up.
Pebbles.
Yeah,
A lot of good heroes. This is just a weird like picking phase. Usually heroes like Pebbles and is like on the top priority, same as like Fade and Warbeast. So teams just valuing a little bit differently as the series progresses,
hmm
which is nothing not normal,
yeah,
or which it's pretty normal.
yeah, exactly, yeah. Pyromancer, Wretched Hag, so far. Coming out here with the ban, so taking out the Pyromancer right away. Zerfreak disappointed with that ban, but
I think they were intending for MOE to be support, but banning Pyro is good. It's a versatile hero with the Hellborn's heroes. And you saw the Hag ban by Swindle just because Hag is one of the more powerful heroes with Keeper. I don't know if they could have fit Hag with that lineup. It would have been kind of already odd with the bubbles and a long lane Keeper in the draft, but
mhm.
they just like say, no, you're not going to get this hero. It's pretty strong with Keeper, so
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah. So just taking it away. Fade coming out by Stay Green known for picking up the Fade themselves a lot, but valuing that hero highly, but banning it out here. Don't want to give that to Team USA. Nymphora is the final ban from Team USA. So a couple of supports throwing with the Corrupted Disciple on top of that on their
I
side.
I don't really think Nafora would have been picked anyways. So they pick like usually don't put Nafora mid just because you want to win your lane with pebbles. You don't really care as long as you win the lane and get your portal key. And usually if you pick Nafora with pebbles, you put him in the short lane. But maybe that's implying that Team USA intends to dodge middle and give pebbles free farm.
Hmm.
So that could be a route, or maybe they just don't want to play against Nafora. They don't really care if
Yeah,
it's a weaker lane.
it
And the
just
heroes,
sorry.
yeah, go on.
Well, I mean, Nymphora is she just is. I mean, I'm sure as a player you could like just annoying to play against just because of that factor. Like, there's always a chance Nymphora could be sneaking up on us with that pebbles or whatever. So
Hmm. It makes you play the game differently,
yeah,
and that takes you out of your comfort zone. You never really want that, especially in a game three. You want the game to be played as you're used to it being played.
yeah. So Predator, the final ban by Stay Green right here. So he's been taken out. I think even all 3 games now in the second set of bans. So I'm not giving that option to Team USA, and so now they're gonna think about what to pick up here. They could still use that support, obviously. Speaking of that, Glacius coming out. Speaking of Glacius, I mean, you being a support player yourself, I mean, Glacius, he's still picked up, but I mean, he's kind of died off a little bit. Do you still think Glacius is a top tier support?
It's more like where I hate the term metagame, but I'm gonna use it anyways. It's just how the game is played. He's not as strong in the middle lane as say Engineer and Pyromancer are,
Yeah.
so those two heroes tend to be picked more. You want high damage, you want to win your lane.
Sorcery.
If more emphasis is put on winning lanes now, and you want more damage if you want to win your lane.
Hmm.
Glacius is good for catching heroes. He's a good initiating support. So, but and purely 2v2, there are superior heroes, but Glacius is still strong.
Yeah. Torture the response there by Stay Green. So now Team USA going to finish off with that final pick. Again, leaning towards maybe that hard carry here. As far as what it's going to be, who knows?
I'm not really sure. They could probably go any direction with this. They're probably going to want physical I'm pretty sure they're going to pick a physical damage carry. They could go Moon Queen. Even I'm just not sure which way they want to go. I think they're a team that just picks heroes they're comfortable playing,
Yeah.
and it's going to be. There's a lot of options. A lot of new heroes are viable with the recent patches, and they just go Soul Stealer again.
Comfort factor there.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that was the best choice, but it's not a bad choice, and it was just mostly a comfort hero.
Yeah, my more so concern, I'm sure, is the same for you too, is that this isn't as this is not a push style. This is more of an aggressive ganking style lineup, and that's where Soul Stealer can be weak, can
Hmm.
be very weak, because of the lack of escape and just being so squishy, of course. So you're gonna make sure to protect him is what it comes down to if you're Team USA. I'm sure they'll look to do that, but you got a Pebbles over here, so once he gets that portal key, Soul Stealer going to be a target of his, no doubt, and especially depending on this final pick even.
So I may have been right about Team USA forfeiting mid and just saying, okay, Pebbles, you can have free farm. Maybe they will run the Bubbles Glacius again mid. Maybe it depends on what the last pick is from Stay Green.
Hmm.
If they pick a strong laner, they might dual lane the short lane and give Pebbles the free farm. So that Nephora ban does make sense now that we see how as their strategy develops in their hero picks.
Yeah. So 10 more seconds just about now for
So
Swinamills.
suicide heroes, maybe Pharaoh, Rally. Pharaoh's always a good option versus Soul Stealer. It's just always it's so easy to single them out, but they go with Rally. That
Yeah.
hero is just stronger in lane, harder to zone out, and it's pretty clear that Team USA could put two in the short lane. So picking the stronger laner is a good choice.
Yep, Torture readying up. Or Chessie readying up on that Torture. And there you go, going to be running that support Master of Arms as expected. So, looks like we are ready to go now. Counting down into the game start, both teams, all 5. Again, guys, this is game number 3. Tied at 1 game apiece. The winner of this game, they're going to be playing Lion Esports Club right after in the grand finals, which will be a best out of 5, where, of course, Lion Esports Club will be up 1-0 as a result of coming from the winner's bracket. Again, no matter which team wins, it will be a rematch in those grand finals. So definitely looking forward to that. I mean, so we have the lineups here now, Sender. Do you think either team definitely got the stronger draft, or it's going to come into play?
I'm tending to like Stay Green's line just a little bit more because they have a good initiator and they have good follow up. They have a good They have a good physical and magical damage.
Yeah.
Good lockdown on their heroes. So they will be. I think they will be able to single out the Soul Stealer. But if Team USA can protect them in the fights and execute properly, they can definitely win them. So I would give the slight edge to Stay Green, but it's definitely not a bad draft by Team USA.
I wonder if we're going to see some aggressive warding once again here from either team.
Team Stay Green's going to defend their own jungle, as you can see from their movements heading out of the base already. Team USA, on the other hand, will probably just defend their own jungle. They have a really weak level 1, look at their heroes. And they won't be able to use the Soul Stealer trick again. Or maybe they will, but it's slightly more risky as the Legion side.
Yeah. That's true, actually. Yeah, the going to the Conqueror pit and trying to do that. that is pretty risky, though. I mean, you're pretty much putting yourself in a very vulnerable spot to being ganked early on, so. Unless they have some other trick up their sleeve, but I couldn't possibly see what with that. That was interesting. I mean, do you think that actually played a huge difference in that laning phase? The fact that it got 3 souls?
That is 6 damage, and when you're dealing against Hatchet, that is a big deal in the first 2 waves. So yeah, it definitely makes a difference. I mean, he probably would have still farmed without that, but it still is a difference maker.
Yeah.
It's not Probably not a game winner, but it does help in the lane.
Yeah, and again, it definitely shows you that it's a comfort hero once again here for Team USA, and they played with them before, and they have some strategies up their sleeves with it. So, while we were on this pause, a couple things I did want to bring up outside of this match specifically. Of course, this next week here, looking ahead, although we still got great matches here today, looking ahead, we got a couple of events to actually look forward to. One is going to be the Ultimate Series, actually. Ultimate Series Ravenor is kicking off tomorrow, or on Tuesday, I should say, depending on the amount of teams, maybe even Wednesday. But anyways, it's going to be kicking off this week. The sign-ups are open for it now, so if you haven't signed up yet, definitely it's just a great way to get some fun experience competitive HoN. Definitely recommend going to HoNTour.com and signing up for the Ultimate Series Ravenor tournament. And then on top of that, there is the Sound Blaster Heroes League. Continues this week for the international scene. Has IG signed up for that? You know?
Oh yeah, we're signed up for that. We're gonna be playing. I think it's Monday or Tuesday, but
yeah, I believe. Well, we'll see. Depending on just
how
like
many
last
teams?
time, the many teams.
Yes.
I'm actually trying to check right now to see if I can see how many teams are possibly signed up for going into qualifier number 2. But of course, Stay Green and Team USA, actually, these two teams have already qualified for the Sound Blaster Heroes League. So we'll see which 2 new teams qualify. Okay, it looks like they're in the process of making the brackets and everything. So we'll have to wait and see how many competitors it actually got. But yeah, looking forward to that as well. And there's even going to be 2 more
Let's get it
qualifiers
on.
after this second one here. So again, that's for that $20,000 prize pool. Sponsored by Sound Blaster. Definitely having a lot of fun with that event. And can't wait to see that progress. Of course, we also are joined by 2 Southeast Asian teams already. And going to be joined by 2 more. Those group stages are going to be a lot of fun, man. That's going to be fun watching those. And I'm sure playing in them too, the 5G qualifiers. So, all right, back to this game though. As you can see, we have resumed. So, into game number 3. And it looks like both teams are going defensive posture here from the beginning. And I wonder, again though, are they going to maybe try that Seal Stealer trick or not? It doesn't look like it. He does get the Soul Scream ring again though, so they're the same build as last time. With the double reach.
I mean, I talked about that last game. No reason to bring it up. I think. Anyways, so both teams protect their own jungle, so Tempest can spend his gold in a little bit, get the more greedy build. But as you see, he's right now he can buy counter wards and a crow if he needs to.
Mm-hmm. It's just waiting for what is appropriate here. Just some tree dogs scouting out up here, but. Again, no aggressive ward of sight is going to be placed, at least just yet here.
And it looks like Mina is going to pull regen to one of the lanes. Probably to Chessie? No, it's going to Swindlemelons. Never mind.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Z-Freak, and then, okay. Or it's still going. Okay, there you go. Drop some Blightstones, and then, the Mana Potion of Tempest, so... Yep, that'll be delivered to Pebbles here.
Bubbles Glacius mid again.
That's true. This is actually deja vu to an extent. Coming out right here. In fact, wow, that's just hitting me. 4 out of the 5 heroes are exactly the same. The only different is Parasite instead of they had Tempest last game, right? Yeah.
Well, the difference is Hellborn has a different lineup, and I think they could have won the last game, but they just didn't quite execute it. But
yeah.
I think their heroes are more suited to Legion's lineup this game.
Mm-hmm. About that though, the good old. It's kind of funny. They have the Glacius, they have a Soul Stealer. Lane in the past, I'm sure you remember that Glacius Soul Stealer lane. Actually, was popular for a little bit in the short lane.
I don't know about this though. I think Soul Stealer might struggle in the bottom lane.
Yeah. Why's that?
Just Limp has a pulled regen. He has a hatchet. Soul Stealer low damage early on. It's just gonna. Yeah, he has like what? He has 3 cubes right now. I guess he'll be fine with 5-6 souls right now, but I don't know. I would have maybe liked to see the Glacius bottom just get Soul Stealer for total free farm.
Yeah. What? Rally? I mean, like I said, he is adding up the souls at least, so we'll keep an eye on how that ultimately plays out here for him. But lane is getting pushed up pretty heavily here in the meantime, so I'm sure Rally will be able to take advantage of that now and get some good experience at least. Good creep farm. Middle matchup. Bubbles, B-Kid, he did a great time last game. in that middle lane as far as his creep score went. He's 5-0 currently to start against a 10-1 Pebbles. So things are a little bit different as far as the start is concerned this time around
Well,
in the middle lane.
I think his Pebble's just a little bit stronger in lane, higher base damage. He has higher damage, right?
Yeah.
And he has more kill potential. The new rally is just weaker in lane. That's just how it is. So they had less killing potential in the last game, where this game, Team USA has to play a lot more cautiously in this mid lane.
Yeah. Think Chessie is going to be going for a Gnome's Wisdom again? He's done playing Torture. Probably going to be the live greens.
He could, but I'd expect maybe something like a tablet into a Grimoire.
Okay.
I think they'll want a support item first, because Team Stay Green likes to get their support items on their team. They'll have like one on Tempest, probably one on Tort. Pebbles will obviously have his Blink Dagger, and that's his role in the game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they talk about that all the time. Ooh, nice Demon Hand right there from Trelf. He actually got 4 creeps, I believe. With that one Demon Hand.
It looks like Trelf will be fine in this lane, assuming he never dies. Because he is building up the souls.
Yeah.
So he will get to 300 gold per minute. It's just a matter of time.
So, okay, yeah. Building up souls there. Okay. So yeah, keep an eye on that again. See how he progresses. Bubbles actually clearing out the middle creep wave right there. He's getting a push back to the middle of the lane. Pebbles, though, continuing to have a very good time. 18-2 now, compared to the 11-1 Bubbles. Let's win Melons. After that good start, and, as I was stressing, especially with that Soul Stealer book, and you've been talking about it, I mean, this game, it is just a different game. Despite them having 4 out of the 5 same heroes here on Team USA's game 2, they're playing against a different team, a different style.
A different strategy.
Lineup, different strategy, ultimately, yeah. So, will it be as effective this time around is the question, and he's gonna be a little more vulnerable this time, I think it's safe to say, as far as kills go, so. It's gonna be a lot on Trelf staying alive.
The main difference is Team Stay Green, they need a little bit more farming time, but once they get their core items up, they set the pace for the game. Like in terms of map movements and map control, so we'll just have to see when does Pebbles get his Blink Dagger, and that's pretty much the main thing that Team Stay Green is looking for. Get Pebbles Blink, make sure everyone else is doing good on the team, get some kills, get some towers, it's kind of the game plan.
Parasite can also be a factor, and speaking of that, he is heading towards the middle lane.
Damager.
Yeah. Trying to make use of that, but there was no ward that spotted him, so I don't think he's necessarily been seen here. Can he maybe get a Wild Hunter? No, it's a Skeleton King. Maybe he can set something up with that. If he comes back over. If it looks like he is. So Riser is going to try to set up a gank here. Got a level 4 Bubbles, level 3 Glacius. If they can catch either Master of Arms or Pebbles pushed up, this could definitely be a kill.
Oh, he's going for the catapult, maybe? No, he's not. Maybe. I wonder when they're going to pull the trigger. What creep will it be?
He has Infestal in another 7 seconds cooldown, so yeah, we'll be coming up here.
And he missed a stack, so that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, not able to get it. And in the end, we'll just go back to farm. So not able to stack it, but at least we'll just go back and clean up that camp there.
Thing is, when you're playing Parasite, the hero is so timing based. You can't miss these timings.
Yeah.
You either have to get the stack or you have to get the kill. And now Tempest is literally a full level on him, which is quite unfortunate. So he's gonna have to make some headway with another kill somewhere.
How's Keeper doing against Torture up here? Torture 35-6, Keeper 28-3. So
slight advantage for Torture, but Keeper's holding his own.
Yeah. You see Steve Boots in that Ring of the Teacher already on Torture. Keeper must have something purchased. Sitting with no gold and only Hatchet Shield, so.
It's on the courier, it's being full now.
Full ring, okay.
Full ring, mana potions, TP, so that's pretty good for him.
Yep.
He pretty much has all of his core items up to keep farming ancients or lane or jungle, whatever. So he'll be good from here on out.
Yeah. See Glacius trying to go for that bottom rune, only the refreshment rune though. Master of Arms also there. Top rune, it was already taken, I guess. Didn't see that, but already taken by, looks like Bevels. Got the haste rune on top. He's got that bottled up currently. See if you can maybe look for a kill opportunity with that. Bubbles does have a take cover here. There's the initiation. Stalagmites connect. No take cover. The goo comes out. The auto attacks the charge shot, and down goes B-Kid. Z-Freak gets credit for the kill right there. So haste rune, a dangerous rune to go up against, especially on Pebbles. And sure enough, let's go.
I think Peter was either... I don't know what Peter was doing, but he wasn't there. And that's not his fault BK died by any means. It's
Yeah.
just you have to play a little bit more safe when your support's not there, and unfortunately, BK did not. And I was gonna say the advantage that SG had was purely on Tempest. So it was like a 1k lead, but now it's the first blood that kill and the Tempest. But pretty much the side lanes are pretty even in terms of short lane has a slight advantage over the long lane, and so the game is still pretty even at this point. 2k gold lead isn't too much. It is something, but
Mhm.
it's not game breaking at this point in the game.
Yeah. You see Pebbles right here. He's you can tell Bubbles and Glacius, they want to maybe go for something. I mean, Bubbles, if he hits level 6 here, could be possible, but not going to happen at least just yet, it looks like. So, Shell Surf to clean up the creep wave, and we'll start to fall back in the meantime. So, Steam Boots, Soul Scream Ring on Soul Stealer so far. Working on that Energizer, I'm sure. Going to go into the jungle here, stack a camp or two, make some efficient farm happen there. Parasite, he's still doing his own thing. Again, he tried to set up that gank in the middle-ended riser, but wasn't successful, continuing to farm. He's sitting on the Boots and Blood Shells currently. I think he has something else. Yeah, on the courier, looks like he's going to have Ghost Marchers here. So possibly going to develop that into the Codex, as we usually see. Other than that, not a whole lot going on so far. This is actually a pretty slow-paced game for the most part. Not a whole lot of movement here early on.
I
As far
mean,
as these teams go.
Keeper did go to the long lane. He didn't die to the Torch / Tempest, and
Yeah.
same thing for the other team, and it's just one kill in the mid lane. Oh, a teleport, but it gets spotted by the it gets cancelled.
Yeah.
So that illusion paying off pretty big right now. I think that was that was a rally TP. He really wants to gank mid. He's gonna come down. He might try to go from behind.
Mm-hmm.
Keeper wasted mid.
Ooh. We find Chucks and Master of Arms right there, but obviously not able to catch him in the end. So Legion team falls back. Collapse is unsuccessful. So is he talking about movement? Teams move, but no kills happen as a result.
They did get substantial damage on this tier 1 tower bottom, but